guys, Retro Rewinder here, coming at you with another episode of my series, Morals in Video Game Hunting.
Morals in game hunting?
In the past, I've done it a little differently than I'm going to do it today. In the past, I used to do multiple topics within one video. I'm actually going to limit it to just one topic this time. But the catch is, not really a catch, I've asked a special guest to join us. So, take it away.
What's going on, guys? I'm Gunit Kalima.
And I'm Beer Butt Chicken.
And Retro Rewinder has actually asked us to give our 2 cents on a topic, morals in game hunting. We collect retro video games,
And do gameplays,
and
pickups.
all that good stuff. If you guys want to come and check our channel out, we also do custom dust sleeves, kind of like this, for N64, NES, even Genesis now, and Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo.
So anyways, the topic that Retro Rewinder asked us to talk about is cherry picking. Yeah, cherry picking.
Cherry picking. The act of picking out the quality items from a bundle and leaving the rest of the crap behind.
And we've actually got a really good story that we've talked about over on our channel. If you guys have been subscribed to us for a while, then you guys have heard this story. And it's actually one of our best pickups that we've ever done, but it was early on, so it doesn't really have that many views. I think like 70s or 80s or something like that. So I don't know. It really is one of the best pickups when it comes to how much we spend for what we've got, and so we're really happy with that one. And I'll go ahead and let him get going with the story, and I'll kind of put my 2 cents in.
So the thing about the story actually gets me pretty excited, knowing that we got so much good stuff and good games just in such a small box. We're actually wandering the flea market that day. We hadn't really found that much stuff. We found maybe like a Game Boy Color, a few controllers, and we just walked by this reseller that didn't really have much. He just had like a box of tools and a little table set up with just random things. And we looked down and we saw a box of games, and laying on top was a fat PS2, and we're like, it's worth looking because those loose sell for like $40 for people that want to mod them and stuff.
And they still do.
Yeah, they still do. Yeah. So we kind of started digging through the box, and we saw an N64 with, I'm pretty sure they didn't have an expansion pack or anything, but like, it has an N64, so there has to be some games in there. And we started digging, and I remember perfectly the guy saying, oh, there's a Mario 64 inside the system. So when I heard that, I was like, there has to be some pretty good games in there. As we started digging and digging, we found there was Star Fox in there. There was Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yep. And
there was a bunch of good games. And there was a game without a label that got us pretty excited. We got home and checked it out.
Our first Faceless game, actually.
Yeah. And so we asked the guy, how much do you want for these things? Because we picked out the PS2 and a couple of the N64
I think
games.
it was 2 fat PS2s or something like that.
Yeah, inside the box. There's a bunch of stuff in there. We didn't even get to look. We just wanted to know how much the guy wanted. And we asked if he'd take $10 for a PS2 and I think a couple or maybe more N64 games.
Conker's Bad Fur Day for sure was one of those games.
Yeah. And he said, nope, you have to take the whole box or you can't get it. And he was like, it's going to be $20. We're like, alright, we're just going to leave everything then and walk off. He's like, no. $15 and the box is yours.
So we tried cherry picking there.
Yeah.
In the end, I guess it just depends on what you're doing, whenever you're game hunting. If you're wanting to add games to your collection and you only want, like in that case, we didn't have Conker's Bad Fur Day. So we wanted it for our collection. That's what I really wanted. And the fat PS2, I figured, I think we were going to spend, how much did you have that day?
Like, I had like maybe $40. I think that's what I had.
No, you had $100.
Oh yeah, it was like
on
the week after my birthday.
Yeah, so you had like $100, and we said we're gonna spend $100 this weekend. Trying to bulk up the collection, and so that's what we were at. We just wanted the Conker's Bad Fur Day, and then we figured we'll sell that fat PS2 after shipping. We'll get $30, $40 on it or whatever, and that we were trying to cherry pick, but not because we were being cheap. Actually, we offered $10 for Conker's Bad Fur Day and the fat PS2, and he wanted $20 for the whole box.
Yeah, and
we ended up taking the whole box after he went down to $15. That wasn't our goal, but I told him we're not going to spend $20 on stuff we don't want.
Yeah.
But in the end, it kind of worked out for us. Some of the games here, Star Fox, Castlevania. There was 2 copies of Castlevania, Super Mario 64.
There was actually 2 copies of Star Fox too.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, and the Faceless game, which I think was a complete win, and is a reason that maybe sometimes when there's a package that is so cheap as it is, I mean, these are just a few of the games. There was probably about 20, 25 games in there. 2 N64s and 2 fat PS2s in the end. That's what was in the box. Super Smash Bros. So, you know, is it wrong to cherry pick? No, especially if you don't want a bunch of clutter. You know, the way I think, I don't know about him personally, but the way I think is, do I need that extra N64, or should someone else that should get the chance to get that N64? You know, so sometimes it just depends on why you're cherry picking, I guess. But either way, it's especially if someone has like a box,
it's not wrong to leave stuff behind because you might give other people a chance that doesn't have pretty much anything. Because there's some people that want their childhood back or something. They might see that N64 there for $5.
Yep.
And, you know.
And what I actually ended up doing, we're not stingy and we don't hold on to duplicates and stuff. So actually, I think, oh my goodness, Scorpion Slayer 66 has that Conker's Bad Fur Day now.
Oh yeah.
Here in town, I bundled up those N64s for $25 with like 5 or 6 games with each of the system, and people ate it up because nobody does that.
Yeah.
So in this case, cherry picking actually helped us out because we got the whole box for cheaper without even really wanting to.
And we did a good thing with the stuff we want. We sold it to people that actually didn't have it, and we kept what we wanted. So
Yeah. So I think it worked out for everybody. And what I frown upon anybody cherry picking if I saw them at a yard sale, especially if they have a lot of N64 games, for example, like we did here. But you got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Super Smash Bros, Conker's Bad Fur Day. You got that in the lot. The person's asking $30. You just want those games, and you offer 10 or 15. I mean, you're offering half of what they want to sell. And I'm sure that he or she will be able to sell that N64 for $15, $10. I don't know. It just depends on the situation. I really don't think it's wrong. But in any case, we don't really cherry pick. That much. That was just an example. If anything, we try to haggle the whole lot down and take it or whatever. It just depends. Like I said, it depends what kind of retro collecting you're doing. If you want to keep all the not or whatever, or resell them to get better things. You never want to leave behind a Conkers if it's in that box and say, oh, I just want Mario 64. No, you're going to grab it or whatever. So I don't think cherry picking's wrong, but if anything, I try to haggle the whole lot and just take it off. Especially, you don't want to buy all the games off of somebody and just leave the system there.
Yeah.
Because then they'll have more trouble selling it and stuff like that. So sometimes, but the price has to be right, So anyways, Retro Rewinder, and thank you for letting us be a part of this, man. And we enjoy your channel. Hopefully you guys come on over and enjoy ours. Right. So next time. See you guys.
But the topic, cherry picking. My idea of cherry picking is if you go up to a sale, they have a bundle, like a system and games, or just a bundle of games, and they want a certain price, and you try to pick the good things from that bundle and leave basically the crap, leave the stuff that's going to be hard for them to sell. I have a view on it, but it could be different depending on the situation. So I do think cherry picking is wrong if you are literally picking all the good stuff and leaving them nothing. So let's say if they have a bundle of 10 games, one good game like Smash Bros, and you leave 9 sports titles, I do think that's wrong. As long as they're, if they're asking, let's say, $15 for the bundle, you might as well go ahead and pay for it. Now it's a little different if they want $50 and you just want, the one game. I can see that. Depending on the price, the cherry picking could be a good or a bad thing. You're not going to pay something ridiculous if they're wanting a huge price for something if you can just pick out some of the things you want. In their story, I do think it's a little different because they did leave a system and multiple games. Or they didn't leave it, but they were trying to leave it. So even if they did cherry pick those items out, that seller could still sell those things no problem. My problem is if you're going to cherry pick something and literally take all the stuff that would have sold and leave them with nothing, and then they have to figure out what to do with those things. But like I said, I think it's different if they're asking $30 for a bundle that is clearly worth the 30 or more, and you know that you're going to be able to do something with all those games. Go ahead and just pay the bundle. Don't try to take out the very best stuff and then leave the stuff that's not worth anything. So that's my view. So thank you so much, G-Unit Kalima and Beer Butt Chicken, for doing this for me. I really appreciate it. If you would like to leave a comment down below, I would very much appreciate that. And even more so, if you would like to weigh in the conversation, go ahead and make a video response and link it in the comments section, or send me a message through Facebook or something. However you want to do it, you will get recognition for doing that. So thank you so much, everybody, for sticking around and watching this video. I hope you like the new format with the one topic and the special guests. And I do have some special guests lined up for some future episodes that have some pretty good topics. At least I think they're good. So this has been Retro Rewinder. Make sure you go check out their channel in the description below, and that's G-Unit Kalima and Beer Butt Chicken. Go check out their channel and thumbs up the video, like, comment, subscribe, all the wonderful things that every YouTuber appreciates. And this is me, Retro Rewinder. I'll see you next time. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and if you would make a, gosh, I'm having some trouble talking.
That was pretty good.